Hello, this is another Nerdy Virgin podcast that I'm attempting to do as a video podcast. And already I feel like I'm failing at it. Like I can feel my neck constricting. Like I have a tremendous amount of podcast shame. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. So many people make fun of people who do podcasts, and then now, like, not only is this a podcast, this is also I'm trying to make this a vlog. Like I can feel the shame in my throat. And I think what it is I don't feel like I've done enough to warrant vlogging. I feel like I should have at least saved one life, or I should have, oh yeah, he was the guy who reversed climate change, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna do a blog, and yeah, he's the guy who reversed climate change, and I do a blog and a podcast, and I have George Clooney on. He's my first guest, and he's like, hey, I just want to thank you for reversing climate change, and I'm like, no, this isn't about me, okay? This show's about you. Let's talk about your next film. That's where I wish I was coming from with this. Like that if Superman had a podcast or a vlog, it would be like, I don't want this to be about me. I'm trying to shine a light on the real heroes out there. That would be his take on it. So I'm feeling self-conscious about that. And the video thing. I just like if it's audio only. There's I don't know. I feel better about the audio only. The video only, I'm worried that that's going to ruin the magic of the audio only podcast that I've been doing. That's gotten all of 8 viewers. So that's one of my concerns. I think the big thing, like the primary reason why I want to do this, is because I feel like when I'm around people, I'm not me. And I want to be me, and I want to push myself to be the me when I'm alone with people and in front of people. And and the thing I'm flipping out because my mom's the anniversary of my mom's death was last week, and I didn't feel a lot, and I feel guilty about that. I mean, I thought about it. I feel things. I know that I'm not a sociopath. I'd like to think of myself as a gentle narcissist. That's where I'm. Like, I don't know. My understanding is that the textbook definition of a narcissist is just no empathy for other people. Like, I have empathy, but I can pull it back if I need to. But I don't know. I guess I'm down on myself for not falling to pieces more about it. And then, the terrifying thing is that I'll admit that to you, and then something will happen in my life and I will fall to pieces. I find that I miss my mother the most when things are really bad, because she's the one I would call and talk to. And now, instead of doing that, I do vlogs like this. And I think the advantage for both of us is that you can turn off. You can scroll if you need to. So that's kind of where I'm at there. And I want to. The other reason why I want to do this is that I feel like I'm performing when I'm around people. That it's every person I'm around is a different performance, a different Josh that I'm putting up a show so that I remain likable. And I'm trying to really drop that here and just be me. And I wouldn't mind 1 million views, but that's one thing my mother always would catch me on is, you're lying, Josh, you're lying. And I think she was doing that to try to help me be a better and happier person, because when all I do is lie about how I feel and put on shows for people. In the end, what's left on the inside? Not an Oreo cookie, not the goodness of what's should be on the inside. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. So, of all the videos I've posted, the one that gets the most comments is when I talk about having epididymitis, which is flaring up again. And it's this infection that infects the tubes that connect the testicle to the urethra, and I've had it since my 20s. So that would be 20 years. That's right. I'm in my 40s. I'm still in denial about that. Like there's still a part of my brain that's like, we're still in our 20s, right? We're still, like I was on the phone while I was outside, and I stood on top of one of those, fence things, not a fence, but like a brick, a short brick wall that you find at these walkways, and it's a 4-foot tall wall, and I'm standing on it, and I looked down and I went, you know what? If I fall and break my ankle, we don't bounce back anymore. This is not he's in middle school, he fell. Oh, it's a minor sprain, no big deal. This is 4 weeks of I can't move. So I gingerly got back down onto the ground, and I stopped doing that because I gotta remind myself, 40s, like even this, there's a danger of damaging something even by doing this. But at any rate, the epididymitis is flaring up, and what freaks me out about the epididymitis is that there are symptoms of that are similar to symptoms of things that kill you, or that could kill me, and it translates to me going to the doctor every couple of years and spending money to be told, yeah, try pelvic floor exercises. Pelvic floor exercises, ladies. All right, so we got that. We covered that. I don't want this thing to be more than 10 minutes. This shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. I feel like I'm pushing it now with wherever we're at, and this feels like the 5-minute mark. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I wanted to get through those couple of things. That's where I'm at right now with those things. I like to transition into, maybe we talk about a little bit of nerd news. Do you want to do nerd news? That's the latest segment I call nerd news. If I'm really industrious, maybe I'll put a graphic up. I don't feel like it. But pretend this is the part of the show, if you're watching this, where there'd be a nerd news graphic and there'd be nerd news. So I guess they interviewed Rian Johnson. He's got a new movie coming out, and he's saying that he was going to do a new Star Wars trilogy, and that's dead. And I saw this, and did I love The Last Jedi? No. But I'm a huge Rian Johnson fan. I want to make that clear, okay? I'm a huge Rian Johnson fan. And here's my hot take on Rian Johnson, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for my hot take on Rian Johnson? Again, more emotional about this than my mother's death. Red flag. I don't want to watch a Star Wars movie made by Rian Johnson. I want to watch a science fiction movie by Rian Johnson that is inspired by Star Wars. Because I feel like of all of the filmmakers out there, Rian Johnson could do the next thing that will be the next Star Wars. Does that make sense? Are you feeling me? It's almost like, it's not that he's too good for Star Wars, but he's such an original voice. And I think that one of the issues I had 2 issues in The Last Jedi, okay? A semi-serious one and a semi-stupid one. The semi-serious one, there was too much of Rian Johnson's essence in it, and it's like too powerful a voice. And I guess when I'm watching a Star Wars movie, I want it to be a little, dare I say, the voice of the director. I want the voice of the director to not overreach the voice of the overall franchise. There you go. Am I saying I'm right? No. But I'm telling you how I feel, all right? I'm telling you how I feel about it. Like, I think of the Harry Potter movies, and the last few Harry Potter movies, it was the same director, and I was watching Harry Potter. I wasn't watching a director's take on Harry Potter, and I appreciate that. That goes unappreciated. Like, I've heard other people talk about, like, in the Marvel movies. Oh, well, every Marvel movie is kind of the same, and it's like, yeah, but on some level, isn't that nice? Like, I get how it, after a while, it starts to feel repetitive, but when it all really feels like it's the same universe, and you've got 10 movies, but it's one big movie, that is kind of cool. So that's that. And the other thing about The Last Jedi, I know I'm not the first to talk about this, but there's a scene in the early part of it where there are bombers in space dropping bombs on a ship. You can't drop something in space. That irritated me when I saw it. It irritates me to this day. Dude, listen to me, man. Okay, listen to me. Just all I needed was one line in the movie that just explained they're magnetic. The bombs are magnetic. They're gonna be attracted to the thing. We just got to release them, and they're gonna be attracted to that. That's all I need. Just something. Just even we're using the force. We're using the force to push the bombs towards the ship. We're using the force because that's the magic that's already been established in these films. Not just bombs away and zero gravity. To this day, it grates on me. It grates on me. What can I tell you? It grates on me. I think it's only fitting to end this with the ship of the week. This is a new thing I'm trying, called the ship of the week. Again, graphic ship of the week. I've been making these little TikTok videos where I talk a lot about Star Trek, and I've been talking a lot about the ships on Star Trek. And one of those ships that has kind of become the cosmic butt of all the Star Trek jokes is the Oberth class ship, which was first seen in Star Trek III, the USS Grissom. And if we start with the in-universe explanation, these are science ships. Because I think if we're tracking this, basically, Starfleet flies out into space and they find the Klingons and V'ger and Khan and all these terrible things that are out there that threaten and endanger the Gorn hegemony. The Gorn hegemony. I thought it was pronounced hegemony. It's not. Hegemony. All these things that are terrifying. And somewhere in the middle of it, Starfleet was like, yeah, we get that all that terrifying stuff is out there, but, it's fine for us to build just a science ship that has just really no protective capability whatsoever. That's fine. They'll be fine. They're collecting moss. That's all they're doing. What could possibly go wrong? And I guess the behind the scenes of it, if you watch the Star Trek III commentary with Leonard Nimoy, is I think it directed the special effects people. The Grissom he wanted it to be the opposite of the Enterprise. He wanted the Enterprise to project strength, and he wanted the Grissom, the science vessel, to be, I believe the word he used was effete, not strong, a bit shaky, a little bit like, don't take it off-roading. And yes, I know there's no off-roading in space, but you get what I'm talking about, okay? If it were not strong, okay? It's the me of spaceships. There you go. Hey, slightly asthmatic, high cholesterol, need to pull back on the sugar. That's the kind of spaceship that we're talking about here, all right? It's not the spaceship that walks up to you and goes, hey, how you doing? Hey, you want to get a coffee? No. It's the spaceship that's like, I don't want to bother you, but, if maybe sometime, maybe if you want to go out, but no stress. That's what this ship is. And what I find the most hysterical thing about this particular ship is that when they were making Star Trek: The Next Generation and they were still using models, they basically used the existing models that had been made on the previous Star Trek movies and they ended up reusing some of the same models episode after episode after episode. And this Grissom, this Oberth class ship, was always the ship that was in trouble or blown up or got caught in the middle of an asteroid. And I don't think it was intentional, but if you kind of binge watch all of these things at the same time, you come out of it going, why did they keep using that style of ship that over 100 years? Nothing good happened with that. If you found out that you got posted to that ship, you're like, I'm resigning from Starfleet right now. I'm cashing it in. I'm cashing it in. The Oberth class ship. Okay, good. Ship of the week. That's the podcast. Now I'm going to try to upload this using Libsyn, and we're going to see how that goes. Last time I tried doing a video podcast through Libsyn to YouTube, didn't work. May have to do it manually as a separate file. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm going to try to post these once a week on Mondays, and there you go. I totally forgot to mention. I'm going, upcoming gigs, doing a show the last Sunday in December called Control-Alt-Delight. You should come and see it. Should be a delight. A Control-Alt-Delight, if you will. Sci-fi themed show, and there you have it.